Hey there, it's David Dendy, pastor of Mountain View Presbyterian Church in Las Vegas, Nevada, and formerly the pastor of First Presbyterian Church in Klamath Falls, Oregon, where I had the distinct privilege and pleasure about 17 years ago of coming on board at First Pres in Klamath Falls to be the pastor. And one of the first couples I met was Jim and Ina Mae Pollock. And they were so gracious to invite Julie and me over to their home, along with Dick and Nancy Went, to enjoy a meal, to introduce me to Klamath Falls, to tell me some history of Klamath Falls and First Presbyterian Church. And what a delight I had that first night, and of course every encounter and every conversation with Jim and Ina Mae afterwards was just a real blessing for me and my family. When I think about Ina Mae, and thank you, Kathy and the family, for giving me this opportunity to say a few words about Ina Mae. When I think of Ina Mae, one of the first things that came to my mind was she's the consummate church lady. And not necessarily the sarcastic church lady that Dana Carvey talked about on Saturday Night Live many years ago. But, you know, as a pastor and been ordained for 33 and a half years now, you see people come and go in the life of the church, and it's the people that are there week in and week out, day in and day out, year after year after year, who really stick in your mind. These are the folks who help make the church be the church in its mission and vision, to love one another, to love the world, to serve the community, to grow spiritually. And Ina Mae was certainly, I think, in my mind, the great church lady. She and Jim always, I can just picture them sitting right over there every time, as most church people do. They always sit in the same spot. And why they choose that spot, we never know. But that's where they sat week in and week out. And it's interesting when you meet someone who's already retired and in their retirement years. I always think, oh, I wish I'd known them 30 years ago, 40 years ago, when they were really in the prime of their activity and livelihood and lifestyle. And to hear stories of Ina Mae helping out with the youth group, which kind of caught me by surprise, because I was like, whoa, really? How about you? But helping out with the youth group, taking trips, even doing a lock-in with the youth group at the church. I've done a few of those lock-ins, and it's the supervisors, the chaperones, the leaders never get much sleep, and as kids we're just running all over the place, and I could see Ina Mae kind of keeping everybody in tow and make sure they're right where they're supposed to be, and but it gave those kids an experience that they'll never forget. I mean, I remember my lock-ins 45 years ago. And it's that constant, stable, consistent leadership, faithfulness, dedication, and commitment that Ina Mae offered time in and time out again to help the church grow and to help the church be the church, the loving arms and hands and feet of Jesus Christ. And so, Ina Mae, thank you. Thank you for being someone who served the Lord Jesus Christ her whole life long, who saw the church not as a cruise ship that, a luxury liner where you just come in and just take and receive whatever the cruise ship has to offer, but really saw the church as an aircraft carrier, where it came on, get to your battle stations, come to home base, go out into the world, go out and serve, and then come back, get your orders, and then go out and serve again and again and again. And so I think of that passage that Paul wrote to Timothy. He said, I ran the race, I fought the fight, I kept the faith, and now there's laid up for me a crown of righteousness. And that is the case for Ina May. She ran that race. She kept the faith. She fought the fight. And now, today, she's gone from the church militant to the church triumphant. And there, she wears the crown of righteousness that Jesus bestows upon her as a result of her faith and her love, her service and her commitment, her lifestyle of being a faithful servant to Jesus Christ. Ina May, thank you. Pollock family, thank you for the honor and privilege of having this time together today. Pastor Jeff, thank you for your love and service to the church and to the family. And may God richly bless each of you. And as my mantra always says, laugh often and fear not. God bless you. Take care.